everyone. I haven't been uploading anything recently. Haven't really had the time. But I have a new idea. I've had this idea for a while, and I hadn't really touched on it too much just because, I don't know, all the reasons why people don't do what they want to do. Fear, rejection, I don't know, a lot of stuff. But I wanted to throw my idea out there, do a quick video on a review of a product that I was recently given as a gift. And yeah, just chit chat a little bit. My husband's on his way home from fishing, so he may walk in. If he does, the dog is going to go crazy. I'll try to stop the video, try to fix it later. I'm learning how to do that kind of stuff too. Just have to see if I can get it stopped. Otherwise, you may hear the husband in the background. It's whatever. So, my idea is to do some at-home cooking videos. And I know that sounds a little corny because there's all of these professionals out there and there's Food Network and all that stuff. But the family that I come from, we are very, we're all from West Virginia. My great-great-grandmother was an Indian, born and raised in West Virginia. So, most people in West Virginia can trace their family roots back to the roots of West Virginia, just like me. So, we were brought up to cook at home. We didn't go out to eat. We didn't do a lot of fast food stuff. One, we didn't have the money, and two, we cooked at home. That's what you did. You cooked at home. And I think a lot of our generation has gotten away from doing that cook from home kind of thing. So what I want to do is kind of just share with you what I learned from my grandma and grandparents and mom and dad and aunts and uncles and anybody else who has ever taught me how to cook. Thank you. Shout out to Babysitter Rebel too, because she taught me how to cook. And I do have a passion for cooking. I love to cook. I love feeding my family. I love sharing my food with everybody. I feel like that's one of the best things you could do for somebody is to share your food with them and cook for them. That means a lot to me to be able to cook for family. So, I'm going to share that with the rest of the world, and people can watch it or they don't have to watch it. It doesn't matter to me. It is what it is. I'm not a professional. I'm not going to claim that I am. This is just what I've learned. I've been cooking since I was, 6 or 7 years old. I'm now 30. So, a long time. And I just want to give back and give something of me and leave it behind. I don't have children to pass this on to. I do have a niece that she loves to cook. I have a nephew, unfortunately. I don't know what he likes. He's probably too young at this point. But I do have a niece. She likes to cook, but I don't, unfortunately, get to see her a lot, which is nobody's fault. We work, family, things happen. But I do have some time now. I don't know how long I'll be able to do it for or how long I'll be able to carry on doing it. But, I don't know. And I don't know how often or how frequently I'm going to do the videos yet. I haven't decided on, the frequency of the videos. But, I don't know. We're going to start here. This will kind of be the first one. This is a kind of a review thing, but it's in the kitchen. So, kind of two birds, one stone kind of thing. And what it is the Mr. Coffee Expresso. I'm going to move my camera now, so sorry guys, because it's not in a position to where you can see the coffee maker and see me at the same time. I'm sorry. I have a smaller kitchen, just the way it is. Love my house. We'll have to deal with it. We'll get over it, okay? And I apologize. It's late at night. It's 8 o'clock. I've been at work since 5:30. Went grocery shopping. Come home. I look like crap. No negative comments. I won't listen to them. Don't care. Your opinion doesn't matter to me. And if you want to comment on cooking or want to comment on something that you want me to try, if you find a recipe online that you want me to try for you, show you how I would do it or how I would tweak it or fix it, comment. I'll be glad to try it out. I don't care. Again, I like to cook, bake, do anything sweet, bake, anything like that. I will do it. So if you're afraid, don't know how, have questions, comment. I will answer them if I can. If not, I will point you into the direction of somebody who could possibly help you. Okay, so I'm going to turn the camera. You hear a lot of me talking, showing you kind of some stuff, okay? Turn it this way. See if I can angle this the way I had it. Okay, there's the coffee maker. It is a Mr. Coffee maker. It's actually an espresso maker is what it is. And I love this. Love it, love it, love it. So the story behind this We just recently went to see my mother-in-law. She has recently moved to Florida, Lake Okeechobee, Florida. She lives like right on the canal, if you know anything about that. So, we went to see her, and she is terrible at keeping surprises, just like all of us. She can't keep a surprise to save her life. So, she messaged me and she said, I got you something. And I'm like, oh yeah? And this is what it was. So for our trip down there, she knows that I have a coffee addiction. Starbucks was my favorite, and I could drink Starbucks day, evening, and night. I was even working 2 jobs last year, and decided to go back through my bank statement and see how much money I spent in Starbucks in a 3-month span of working those 2 jobs. And it was pretty much almost the entire amount of money that I had made at said second job. So I do have a severe coffee addiction. I'm working on that. No judgments. I understand. I probably shouldn't drink as much coffee as I do. But I have cut back. I only drink this now a day. Just this cup. That lasts me the whole day. I drink some of it in the morning and then drink some of it in the afternoon. Some days, if I'm really not just having a terrible day, I might drink another cup at work with my K-Cups because we have a Keurig. But that's about it. That's all I'm drinking. So, this is the Mr. Coffee Espresso Maker. It's very simple to use. You just plug it in. Water goes in back here. And I'm going to show you step by step because I'm actually prepping this for my coffee in the morning because I have to get up. I have to be at work at 4:45 in the morning. So, yeah, I have to get up at like 3 a.m. to get there on time. You might have heard the little hiss. I don't know if it would have picked up on this or not. I will eventually get a better mic for this phone. But it does hiss. It's just letting off pressure. It's no big deal. I'm going to do the prep video tonight, and then I'm going to hopefully be able to record me actually making my drink in the morning, hopefully, if I have time. If not, I will do a separate video tomorrow after work showing you how to make this, because tomorrow's a long day, and I'm sure I will need more coffee tomorrow because it's a long day. I have to work from 4:45 until sometime tomorrow afternoon, come home, take a quick nap, and then we have somewhere we have to go tomorrow night. So I will probably make another cup of coffee tomorrow. So if I don't do it tomorrow morning, I will do it tomorrow afternoon and try to put the 2 videos together is my plan. I'm working on learning video editing. Never messed with it before, so you guys will get to see my journey on that too. Okay? So you have little, I don't know the exact words for this, and it's terrible. I used to work at Dunkin' Donuts, and I was a barista, as they say, but I don't know the real names of these pieces of equipment, so just don't kill me. So you have the little cup. This is actually where the coffee grinds will go, and I'm going to show you which coffee grinds I use in just a second. So then this goes down inside of this. It's got a little flap on it right here. That actually holds that in to when you dump out your coffee grinds, you can bang them out, and you don't have to worry about that thing coming out, because otherwise it just slides right out of there. So there's that. That comes with that. It also comes with this little scooper for your coffee, which is kind of nice. This is where the espresso actually goes into. So like this would be the coffee pot part of it. And there's the lid just comes off. It's got a handle on it. And then it shows here, you just have to match up this little arrow to the pour spout. Otherwise it tends to pee everywhere. I learned that the hard way. The attachment for steaming milk. This does steam milk for you. The only amount of water that you need is what goes into here. And I'm actually going to grab my water because I have to use bottled water or jugs of water. I just use Deer Park because that's what we drink in the house. But I do use the bottled water in this because we live in the country. This is West Virginia. When you live in West Virginia in the country, you have well water. Well water tends to have lime scale buildup. That will tear this thing up, in my opinion and in my experiences with other coffee pots. We do use regular well water in our regular coffee pot, but in this baby, this thing, it's not happening. I cherish this thing way too much for that to happen. And if you were wondering, I believe she got this at either Walmart or Target, and I looked at Walmart.com. They're only about $40 for this model. You can get a red one that's, I think, either 60 or 80. I can't remember. They're a little bit more expensive. I'm sure there's fancier ones, prettier ones, bigger ones that do more at one time. This is perfect for me because it's just me. Sometimes the husband splits one with me, but for the most part, it's just us. So that's what comes with that. Everything I just showed you. comes with that set. This is what I have done just to make things easier on me. I ordered this from Amazon. I think I paid $12.99 for it. I believe it was free shipping too. So literally $12.99 is all I paid for this. It's not very big. It's 11 ounces technically. Okay. This is to steam the milk in. I was using just another coffee cup to steam the milk in. It's kind of a little hard. This has a pour spout on it. Plus it's metal. So it heats the milk up faster, I feel like. Kind of helps the heat be evenly distributed a little bit better. So you'll see in tomorrow's video, I'm going to show you how much milk and everything I put in this and show you how to steam the milk. Just kind of showing you what I did. Obviously, I have a spoon. Got to have a spoon. And then she bought this down there, a Torini. I don't know, Torini. Don't know how to say that correctly. Everybody's seen this stuff. It's just been, you can have any flavor syrup. It doesn't matter. Walmart, I noticed, has like s'mores and salted caramel, hazelnut, regular caramel, all of that stuff. And I'm sorry, everything's backwards because I'm doing this from the front of the phone so that I could see what I'm putting in there. So I apologize ahead of time that this stuff may look backwards to you guys. But you get the idea. You know what this bottle looks like. You'll be able to find this in the store. You find this in the coffee aisle. This was $4 and some change, $4.90 something I think. So let's say $5. With as much as I use in my coffees, I bought 2 of these, but one of them will probably do somebody. Again, tomorrow morning, I will show you how much of this stuff I use. Also, have a little, I'm sorry. I got a tablespoon out, and this is what I measure my syrup out with, just so that I can have a consistent flavor every time I make coffee, because I hate it's got to be consistent. Even when I went to Starbucks, it better be the way it's supposed to be made, because if not, I know about it. Okay, and then tonight I bought this little canister, and it was just to keep the coffee in, because the coffee grinds come in a bag. I'm about to show you those now. And once you get down halfway past the bag, it's really hard to scoop the coffee out of. I hate that. So I just got a canister, and it's got a sealing lid that will keep it fresh. I actually have these with sugar and flour in them, so you'll see them a lot if you continue to follow me. You'll get to see all of that. Okay, so this is the coffee I use. And again, you'll see more tomorrow of what I do, but I am going to prep the coffee part of this tonight. So I will show you just in a second the coffee part of this. This is the one that she bought, and I do like this one. It's a dark roast espresso roast, and it's Starbucks, and it's got molasses, tasty notes of molasses and caramelized sugar. I love this one. Walmart didn't have it when I was there tonight. I couldn't find it, so I'm going to have to look for that one probably at Target, but it won't be this week. So instead, I bought this one here. This one is also Starbucks. It's also dark roast, but it is technically not the Expresso Cafe Verona. And it says tasty notes of dark cocoa and caramelized sugar. So we're going to try that one this week. But what I'm going to do, because I'm a savage and don't care, this is the one I just bought. I'm going to dump my espresso right in on top of it. You can judge me if you want. I don't care. That might actually help with the transition of one coffee to another as well. Okay, I'm just going to give this a stir with my little scoop. Nothing big, just enough to, and you can see that's like, the one bag was like just that much full, and then this was a whole other bag. So that's kind of perfect. And I already threw my paper away. It's Better Homes and Gardens. I think this was like a 6.5 cup canister. I think I paid $7 for it. So not too terrible, okay? So what you do, you get your little, I don't know, coffee holder out. And you just use this scoop. I don't know if there's supposed to be some kind of measurements because I didn't read the directions. I just went off on my own knowledge of being a barista because, you know, that's how I roll. You'll see that. Ingredients and recipes are guidelines, in my opinion. Everybody is different. Everybody has a different flavor. Everybody has different tastes. They don't always like what one other person would like. So I just kind of do my own thing based on what me and my family like, or my family and I should say. So I use like 2.5 scoops. I don't fill it all the way up. There's lines in here that says 2 and 4. I just kind of put my own judgment in here because I may like it a little stronger than what this actually makes it. So there's a little turn knob up in here. You just take this. It even shows you like unlock is over here, lock is over here. So you're going to take that. It sets right up inside of there. and you're just going to turn it, and it locks in place, and it's good to go. That's all you have to do with it. So then you're going to take your little coffee canister here, and I'm going to take my bottled water that I have, and I am just going to fill this up. You can see on this little canister that it has, it tells you over here this much water for 4 espresso shots. So that's the same as like going to Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts and saying you want a shot of espresso. So this one will do 2 and 4 technically. I'm guessing, I mean, you can obviously like judge it if you only wanted 1 shot or 3 shots. I'm telling you now, since you're not using actual real espresso, this is not real espresso, it's coffee, ground coffee. So unless you're actually using like an espresso bean itself, you can just do what you want to do, which is what I do. Or you can follow the directions if that's what you want to do. Again, I'm not here to judge. You do what you do you, okay? And then also on this side, it shows you how much water you need to add extra to that. So technically, if you fill it up, you're doing enough for 4 cups of coffee or espresso and enough steam to steam your milk. I fill it all the way up almost. I mean, it's up to like past the middle band at this point, okay? And you just dump it in here. And you can only put so much in this thing because it'll overfill, which I did, and I had to dump it out. So that pretty much almost brought it clear to the top. That's good. We're good on that. That'll be plenty. And then all you do is take your little cup right here, throw it back in there, set it in there. I leave it unplugged. It also says on this side over here, I'll read it to you. I'm not going to show you just because I'm not moving my camera again just to show it to you. It says, caution, after each use, 1, unplug unit. 2, turn knob to the steam position because it's got a little knob over here. I'll show you that tomorrow. It's got a little knob up here to show you the steam and brew button. You turn to the steam button and all of the steam blows off. It slowly removes all of the water out of the back of this through your steamer. They say to do that every time. You're just letting the pressure off. I'm sure it's probably just so that you don't bust the seal. You bust the seal, the unit's probably toast at that point, or you might have to try to find a replacement part because there are screws in here, but I feel like it'd be cheaper just to buy a new unit. So if you don't want to buy a new unit, follow directions. So on that part, I do follow directions, I guess. When it comes to replacing an expensive equipment or when it comes to car mechanics, I do listen to that kind of stuff. When it comes to food, I do not listen. It says, also on here, warning, to avoid injury, relieve pressure before removing cap or portafilter water. Okay? Oh, I'm sorry. Tap or portafilter water only up in here. So don't put milk, tea, coffee. Don't do that. It's only for water. So then this just gets screwed back down on there tight. I do leave it unplugged all night just because there's no reason for it to be plugged in. Why should I? I've already unplugged it from this morning where I let the pressure off of it. We leave it go. And that's it. You're good to go. That's what I do for my coffee to get it ready for the next day. Again, either tomorrow morning, if I have enough time, if I wake up in time, I will do this segment. I'll move this back around now. I will do the segment tomorrow on how to make the coffee itself and to show you how I put together my latte, whatever you want to call it, latte macchiato, macchiato, whatever you want to call it. The only difference between a latte and a macchiato is the way you do the milk and the espresso. One goes in before the other one on one, and then the other one you reverse the two. One's stirred, one's not. Pretty much with putting it in a travel mug, it's stirred either way you look at it. When you get a macchiato, the first thing you do when you get a macchiato from your barista, you stir it. So there's really no difference. Shouldn't be. If anybody tells you they are, then they're not a barista. They don't know what they're talking about. And again, I'm not saying I'm a professional barista, but I did take some stupid classes when I worked at Dunkin' Donuts. So that's pretty standard. And if anybody is a professional coffee connoisseur that's better than me and wants to correct me, go ahead. It doesn't matter. It is what it is. That's my opinion. That's what I've learned. We're going to go with it. So that's it. So I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to go get ready to go to bed because it is 8:30 and I have to get up at 4:45. So my old butt is going to bed. So stay tuned. Hoping to have a lot more videos. If you have any questions about the Mr. Coffee, how it works, anything about it, just leave me a comment. I'll get back to you. Otherwise, have a good night, guys.